Yo, what's good, boys? How y'all feeling? Shout out to Kev Blaze, man. Salute to you, brother. Always remember to also support Kretschman Media, man, because they've really been going ham. They've been going in, and it's just been a great return back. It's been a great first month. I'm not gonna lie, it actually has been. I've had a great time. I'm a little bit tired today. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Boom. Boom, man. Sprained my ankle the other day, last week on Thursday. Literally right after the stream. And I've just been, trying to recuperate this joint for a minute now. Um, it still hurts though, dog. It really does. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired from everything. Working in has been type annoying, but we are still grinding. We still here, man, and we're gonna still keep going, right? One thing I did want to talk about. LeBron got to be the funniest troll I've ever seen in my life. And people hating on LeBron for doing it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was hilarious. LeBron did this whole thing about the decision part two. I think it was AI because that didn't even look like LeBron. But he did the decision part two, and it was a Hennessy ad. And I'm just like, everyone thought he was retiring. You feel me? Everyone was like this, and that. They was just upset. And I'm just looking. I'm like, this guy really just trolled everybody. Hilarious. I thought it was funny, man. I'm not gonna lie. How many people got fooled for that? That was funny. I thought it was hilarious. I didn't think he was gonna retire because in my head, I was like, LeBron literally just had a podcast or he was on a show saying, yeah, I got one more in me. I could win one more championship in me, And I'm like, this man just said like a month or two ago, oh yeah, I'm gonna win a ring. And then all of a sudden he's gonna retire. That just didn't make sense to me. So it's just weird. I honestly thought he was gonna make an announcement like, I don't know, he's gonna return to Cleveland or push for a trade, but he's not even a free agent. Like he's not even a free agent. So like, how did people fall for that? I actually seen something of LeBron actually since I'm on the topic. There was some tweets between him and Draymond because hold up, let me see this because I want to see how recent this was. Because LeBron, I may be getting trolled, but LeBron made a tweet about scoring 50,000 points, and he was like, I don't know. I guess it was something along the lines of, it may have been fake. I'm not going to get into it. It may have been fake. If it wasn't fake, y'all let me know. But it was between him and Draymond because he tweeted something about scoring 50,000 points and how it's easier, it's harder to do that than something else. I don't know. And Draymond agreed with him. I don't know. I'll get into it. I'll make that a different topic, actually. I'll talk about that when I get more research into it. I've just been so busy. What I mainly wanted to talk about, though, today was really, with Damian Lillard going back to Portland. It's crazy. It's crazy how Damian Lillard's career really panned out. Everyone was telling him to leave for his whole entire career, to leave Portland, to leave the city. Forget about it. This man didn't cave for majority of his career. And it's weird because the one time where he was like, you know what? I'm going to try to force my way out. Everyone turned on him. A lot of people turned on him for trying to force his way out. It's kind of weird to me. I don't understand why they really turned on him like that. But he forced his way out, was trying to go to Miami, but actually went to Milwaukee. Bro, he hasn't even played a full season with them. It's crazy. He tore his Achilles. He was hurt. Him and Giannis was hurt the year before. I'm just it's crazy to me where Damian Lillard has definitely, what do I say? His fortune has been very low, I would have to say. And it's sad. It's really sad because the one time when he was going to leave, try to make something happen, got with Giannis, we couldn't really even see what that could have became. And now that he's going back to Portland after this Achilles injury, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Let's call a spade a spade. Spade a spade. He's going to retire in Portland. Dame's retiring in Portland, without a doubt in my mind. I think he's got his career ready to end. He got the final bag. He's going home where he was comfortable in. And, it's just, dang, dude going to retire soon, bro. It's sad, man. All these players, man, that's how you know we getting old, bro. We're getting old, man. All these old players, all these players that we grew up on, they retired, man. I remember Dame when he first came out with LaMarcus Aldridge. His first time in the postseason, bro, he had a crazy game winner on Houston. I remember in high school, bro, watching that over and over again, man. And this was like in his second or third year. Fast forward, it's like 10 years from now. 10 years ago, dog. I'm reminiscing right here hard, dog. He's on his way out. Kyrie's on his way out. Chris Paul's on his way out. Man, we just got to sit here and think about that real quick, man. We got all of these guys on their way out. All of these guys that we grew up on their way out, man. LeBron's on his way out. Steph's on his way out. KD's on his way out. And it's like, yeah, dang, bro. It's like, where has the time gone? Where's the time going, bro? It's sad. It's sad what's happening, man. I'm going to miss it. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Victor, actually, the Spurs played last night preseason. Victor will look good, so I can't wait to see what that's going to have, how that's going to work out. But, dang, bro, these guys are going to leave us soon, man. It's sad, bro. It's really sad. Not bad. Let me get back on track. But so with Damian Lillard and him going to Portland and, him going to finish his career there, I want to talk about basically where he ranks all time. Where are we placing this guy? Where are we placing a guy? I think it's universally known that Damian Lillard is one of the best three-point shooters in NBA history. Shooters in general in NBA history, right? Yeah, like top 10. And, with that, he's a very good playmaker, passer, amazing scorer. I wonder how we are going to look at this guy's career and where are we going to rank him in our all-time list, Like, where is he at? Where are we? What tier is he in? You feel me? What tier? I'm gonna. What's sad about Dame? He doesn't have a lot of accolades. This is the annoying part. Like, Dame is definitely that guy. Let's look at his accolades. I'm gonna check his accolades for you. 7-time All-NBA, 7. All-Rookie of the Year in 2013. That's it. 9-time All-Star, All-Star MVP. That's it. That's it. That's all he has. That's all he has. So Dame's a guy where the accolades isn't really gonna do him justice for how good he was and how good he was as a player. We talking about a guy that was, this man for like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was hurt that year. 6 years in a row, putting up like 27, 26 plus on great, amazing 3-point shooting splits. You feel me? Carrying the Portland, I almost said Portland, Oregon. Well, Portland, Oregon, the Portland Trailblazers, man, for his whole entire time there. You know what? We got to stop doing with Dame and a lot of these guys that are like, they're not on great teams, so it's kind of hard for them to perform. So Damian Lillard, right? Him in the postseason, he definitely has had some struggles. But my thing is, can we stop doing this thing where, okay, this guy, man, he's just not a playoff shower. He's a playoff dropper. This guy, man, he don't do this and he don't do that. And in the postseason, I need y'all to understand something, dog. Like, when these players like go into playoffs, everything gets tighter. Everything gets more and more difficult. And they key in on a lot more in the postseason than the regular season, right? Players' numbers drop naturally. That's a natural thing. But especially players who like they're the only scoring options, dog. Like they're the only threat on the court that's really like, oh yeah, I'm worried about this guy. That was Dame for his whole entire career. Honestly, his whole entire career besides the beginning with LaMarcus Aldridge. But Dame, his whole entire career, it was just him and CJ. He didn't have a great coach like that. Didn't have great sound role players like that. And then even CJ McCollum, was CJ really a guy where everyone's looking at, oh yeah, that can be a number 2 championship team. You feel me? CJ was good though. I don't want to disrespect CJ. CJ's dope. I think CJ definitely gets love from the players. I think he definitely gets love in the league, and he's respected amongst his peers without a doubt. But to me, it's kind of hard to just win with him as like your 1-2 punch. I think it's very easy for teams to take both of them apart. So a lot of these playoff struggles, especially in the West, when the defenses were, definitely better in the West, going against the Warriors, you got the Pelicans was a great defense too, and that was a series he struggled in. The Pelicans were a very good defense. I can't think of everyone off the top of my head. I mean, Houston for a good stint was a good defense too. Yeah, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, let's not see him struggling and be like, okay, he wasn't this caliber of player. You feel me? I think that's disingenuous to who he actually is. And I think that's disingenuous to the talent, to the player he was, and even what he represented to his own team and to his city. Dame is like, the best way I can put it is like, you have your LeBrons, your Kobes, your KDs, your Stephs, MJs, KGs. Like you have those guys. And then as you keep shifting down, the tiers kind of change because then you get to Steve Nash, you get to Chris Paul, you get to Jason Kidd. Then now you're flirting with like Tracy McGrady, right? In my mind, I would say Dame. I think T-Mac's a good example. I think T-Mac is I think he's around where T-Mac's at. I would say maybe T-Mac would probably be better. Like I would pick T-Mac over Damian Lillard. But Damian Lillard to me is maybe right under him, or the tier right under him. That's where Dame falls for me. He's in that Tracy McGrady tier. And I'm sorry, like Paul Pierce, yeah, he's definitely better than Pierce. Without a doubt in my mind. Without a doubt. I'm going with Pierce. I'm not Pierce. I'm going with Lillard all the time. Lillard's better than a lot of people that we think about. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not. Y'all may call me crazy for this. Y'all really may call me. Pierce clears Dame and T-Mac? Yeah, nah, bro. I'm not. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Pierce ain't all the way up there, bro. Pierce ain't even better than Melo. I'll be honest. This whole thing that Pierce was on, and this could be a clip. This whole thing that Pierce was on, oh yeah, I was one of the best. I'm probably the best pure scorer in NBA history. Better than MJ, better than Kobe, better than KD. I got more stuff in the chamber than them. I'm like, yo, Pierce, like, Pierce was raw. No disrespect. Why are you trying to big yourself up so much? Like, why are you trying to do that? Like, what you got to prove, bro? You already had your career. And you were great. You were a great player. The Boston Celtics love you, and they're always going to love you, right? Like, what you trying to big yourself up for? Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. Like, you're not going to tell me you're a better scorer than KD. I'm sorry. With all due, like, you're just not going to tell me that, man. Or Kobe. Like, you're just not going to tell me that, man. And then when I'm bringing a guy like Dame into the mix, Listen, if you want to say Pierce is a better scorer than him, sure, I can get with that maybe, but he ain't handling and playmaking on the level of Dame at all. And that's crucial. So Dame, definitely one of the elite scorers in the league in his time, along with the playmaking that he's providing and the passing and, him being able – listen, that's a very underrated part of Dame's game. People remember the shooting. People remember the scoring. People remember those buzzer beaters, right? No one talks about, like, his passing or playmaking at all. I think it's very underrated. People don't talk about it enough. With all due respect, they really don't. He's definitely he's not like top 10, top 15, like playmakers or passers ever. I'm not going to say that. But it's definitely far better than what a lot of people want to give him credit for. Top 30 all time? Probably. And that's something that Pierce just didn't have. Pierce ain't have that. Pierce ain't have that to the game. This was Pierce, right? And respect to Pierce because he was raw. Pierce is sizing you up. Nice little side. He's pulling in your mitt. Or sizing you up, pull, off rip. Get in the post, grab it, back down, spin, fade. Which is raw. I'm not going to say it's not raw. It's nasty. I think that's nasty, dog. But, he ain't breaking down the way Dame was breaking down defenses to me. But Pierce was cooking, though, without a doubt. Pierce is a dog. No disrespect. No disrespect at all. But I will put Dame over him. I'll put Melo over him. Y'all may be mad at me. I think Kyrie's a better player than Paul Pierce. Shoot, I'll name them off right now. How many? I think a lot of, we clipping this actually. We could shift this to just Paul Pierce. Screw this. There's a lot of people better than Pierce. And I don't know why he wants to put himself on this crazy level. There's a lot of people. AD's a good one. AD, Dwight, Damian Lillard. I'm not going to say the obvious is like Kevin Durant or stuff. Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Jason Kidd, Tracy McGrady. There's a lot of people better than him. Kyrie Irving's better than him. I don't care what anyone says. Kyrie's better than him, without a doubt, to me. Kyrie Irving. It's like, come on, man. What are we doing? Shea's better than him. Shea's a better player than him. Jokic is a better player than him. Luka's a better player than him. Oh, shoot. Let's see. You want me to keep going? We could keep this going, man. I'm going to keep this going. Screw this. What'd I say? What was the last one? I said Shea better than him. Jokic better than him. Luke better than him. We could keep this going. KG's better than him. KG, yes, without a doubt, KG's better than him. I'm picking a prime Ray Allen over him. I'm sorry. I'm picking a Seattle Supersonics, Milwaukee Bucks Ray Allen over Paul Pierce. AI is better than him. Dog, come on, man. Come on. Come on. I'm not hearing all these guys, bro. I'm not hearing all these guys. I'm picking a primary Allen over him. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to get nasty and be like Klay Thompson because I would say Pierce is better than Klay Thompson. I'm not going to get that nasty. But Melo's better than him. Pierce was great, but he wasn't on this crazy echelon of players, DeMarcus Cousins was better than him. DeMarcus Cousins was without a doubt better than Paul Pierce. Joel Embiid better than him. I don't care about this ring stuff, dog. Joel Embiid better than him. DeMarcus Cousins better than him. And Dirk's better than him. Is Draymond? Nah, I'm not gonna say Draymond. That's nasty. That's kind of nasty. I'm not gonna hold you. Shay, I'm sorry, dog. Like, I'm just not that high on Pierce's game. Maybe you want to say it's bias because I'm a Miami Heat fan. I don't like Boston. Maybe there could be bias there. But, I mean, without a doubt, I'm picking DeMarcus Cousins over Paul Pierce every single day of the week. Every single day of the week. I wouldn't even think twice about it. DeMarcus was a dog. DeMarcus was changed. Man, is Blake better than Pierce? Let me get real nasty. Is Blake Griffin better than Paul Pierce? Hold up. Let me think about it. Nah, I'm not going to get that nasty. Blake Griffin. Detroit Pistons that 1 year, Blake Griffin. I don't know, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. That 1 year. So now I'm thinking, where is Paul Pierce ranking, honestly? Where is Pierce ranking in all of this? Shay, you is not about to talk about Paul Pierce's greatness. I got to hear this, actually. I want to hear this. We should get to that soon. I'll send it one day. I'll send it just for you, Shay. I want to make that like a whole episode because, dog, Paul Pierce's greatness, like, come on, bro. Listen, I'm not trying to be nasty or disrespectful, but, dog, you had Rondo, Ray Allen, KG, Perkins, Tony Allen, and the White Mamba. Come on, bro. You had Baby Davis off the bench. If y'all know Glenn Davis, Glenn Davis was raw off the bench. Come on, man. No disrespect, but that one ring don't put him just on a whole nother level than all these other guys. In my mind, it just don't. It really don't. In 2008, dog. Well, White Mamba, I'm trolling a bit. But in 2008, they had 3 really great players: Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen. And then you had the role players that complemented it very well. It was an amazing squad. It was a great crew. Rondo, Allen, Perk, Davis. I'm not saying they were superstars, but especially at that, like, that's a great team. It kind of reminds me of the Golden State Warriors, right? Yeah, Steph, Clay, and Dre, right? Your 3. But what made them great, it was also, their role players. The role players put them on a whole nother level. Iggy took a step back, really welcomed his role-playing role, even though he could have been a bigger figure. He became more of a role player. It was great for the team. Sean Livingston, we all know him. You had Maurice Spates at that time. Barbosa was on the crew. And I'm talking about before KD. So that crew, they had their 3, and then their role players was phenomenal. And it was the same thing in 08 for the Celtics. You had your 3, and they had great role players to match up with this. And Pierce is clutch. I'm not going to say he's not. Pierce is one of the clutchest player ever. But all-around game, it's not moving me to the point where I'm like, his defense wasn't that great to me. He could handle the rock. I'm not going to say he can't handle the rock. But not to the level of a guy like Dame, Harden, not no PG. He ain't handling like a PG. He ain't handling it like LeBron. He's not even handling it like KD. So what we doing? Like, I don't understand why people want to put Pierce on this crazy level. I don't know why he won't put himself. I mean, I understand why he won't put himself. Like, Pierce is definitely egotistical. You could tell. Without a doubt. But come on, man, y'all killing me. Like, even the Celtics. Like, let's keep it strictly Celtics. Like, where does Pierce rank all time in the Celtics? Right? Yeah, I hear you, Shay. But as a Celtic, let's be real. Is he better than Kevin McHale? Like as a Celtic? Is he better? Well, I know I'm being disgusting. I know I am. I know I'm being disgusting. Is he even better than Kevin McHale, bro? And I'm just asking questions. I'm not even having definitive, like, I'm not saying, yeah, this is exactly like Kevin McHale better than him. I'm just asking these questions. Like, you could you make an argument for Kevin McHale? Could you make a point? Could you say? Because Kevin McHale was a defender. People don't talk about that. He was a defensive player in his time. You know, I think he was I think he got us some third teams? No, first teams. He got us some first teams in his career. Solid defender in his time. If we're keeping this strictly his time. Solid defender, solid rebounder. And if we want to talk about clutch and we talk about showing up in the playoffs, like Kevin McHale definitely did that. He definitely did do that. Not only that, guys. I mean, this guy for a good stretch of years, I mean, he was above 20 point per game scorer, man. On like 55%. I don't know, man. Like, is he better than? I think you could probably make an argument. I think you could. He ain't better than Bill Russell. He wasn't better than Russell, man. He wasn't better than John Havlicek. And people are So yeah, I got to go with McHale. I think McHale is probably better than Pierce. So yeah, is he even a top 5 Celtic? Bill Russell, Kevin McHale, Larry Bird, John Havlicek. John Havlicek's without a doubt better than him. If you don't know, you don't know. I'm not going to get in that debate with y'all. Havlicek, people don't talk about him enough. Havlicek was dope. Oh, he's not even better than KG. Oh yeah, he's not the top 5 Celtic. So then what? Like, what are we doing with him then, bro? Listen, I don't know. If maybe you could explain to me in the comments on what's so great about Paul Pierce's game. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm just a hater. You know, maybe I'm just, I'm a biased Miami Heat fan. So I just, I don't want to give him credit. Maybe I am. Maybe y'all could explain to me in the chat. And I see Shay's been going crazy this whole time. You feel me? So we'll see. Wait, Shay, what are you talking about? Besides 08 dub, what else did KG do with the Celtics to do better? What was Pierce doing besides 08? You can say the same thing for Pierce. Pierce ain't do nothing with the Celtics outside of 08. Besides what? Like, he ain't do nothing. They were losing. They were still losing. At least KG was competing with the Kobe Shaq Lakers on the Timberwolves. But Pierce wasn't doing nothing there. Yeah, we're making this a video, man. We're making this a video. Because Paul Pierce? Nah, bro, that's not me, man. I got to debate some. I got to talk to some people about this, bro. Well, listen, y'all be easy. Like the video, subscribe. Yeah, I'm very happy I got to this topic because we gotta get to the nitty-gritty of some things, bro. But y'all be easy. Salute, man. I'll see y'all again. Peace out.